What's happening? What's happening with it? Yeah, y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, let's see who we got in the building. We got Bama Jeff in the building. What's happening with it? DP Rocker off in the building. John Q in the building. NGZO3. And there you go. Smooth Groove Boxing straight from that Oak Cliff. Jay Chestnut in the building. Pastor Lamar Price, what's happening with it? Kawhi Elliott. Bully Block Boxing, what's happening with it? True Native 401. Ketty Pete 504. Big Dose 513. Yeah. Salute to everybody that's coming in the building. My man Seattle Boxing Talk, what's happening with it? Light Skin Business, what it do? Yeah. A lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. We definitely gonna cook today. So when you come in the building, you know, smash on my like button, jump in the comments, let me know you're in the building. Who else I got in the building? Let me see. We got Al Simmons. What's happening with it? Let me see. James in the building. What it do? William Johnson, Stan 92. Battlefield Boxing and MMA, what's happening with it? DP Rocker, Catman 785. G Breeze, what it do? Yes, sir. RIP to, you know, the one and only Coach Riptide. You know, RIP to the one and only Batman, the real Batman. And yeah, you know, gone but never forgotten. Yeah, Jay West, Mr. Mechanical. D Stretch, what's happening with it, y'all? M Tram, what it do? Philly Bull 91, what's happening with it? My man Dwayne Freeman in the building, what's happening with it? Yeah, like I said, we definitely finna cook. A lot to cook on. But who watched the UFC this weekend? Man, you know, I have to check out the UFC because Jon Jones, the King, was back. The King was back, and man, he did his thing. He showed out like he always do. Jon Jones is the greatest UFC fighter to ever step in the ring. I don't care what nobody say about him. The way he went out there and just dismantled Sergon like that, like it was nothing, like he was nothing. That shit was amazing off of a 3-year layoff. So, yeah, you know, definitely Jon Jones, man. Salute to Jon Jones. You know, everybody tried to blame him, like, for being, you know, for popping dirty on, like, he had, like, a picogram or some shit in the system. And then everybody tried to take away his accolades. They tried to say that it was because of that. And I know Jon Jones, you know, when he was dominating in the UFC, he was clean. Now, I don't know what was going on with whatever he was taking or what was going on with that, but Jon Jones, man, he's just dominant. Like, you can't take no performance enhancements. I don't give a fuck what you take. You can't take nothing and perform and do the things that Jon Jones has done throughout his whole career. That's just real. So, yeah, man, salute to Jon Jones. He been through a lot. And he back on top. Who would have thought that Jon Jones, after everything that he been through, would come back and be the heavyweight champion of the world and do it in the fashion that he did it in? Like, that was some, you know, that shit was crazy. I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I was shocked because I was like, yeah, man, this dude Jon Jones is fighting. It's a dangerous fight. And especially trying to do it off of a 3.5-3-year layoff. That's crazy. And on top of that layoff, Jon Jones, his last fight, he was coming in off of a few years layoff. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at the past like 5 years, Jon Jones probably had 2 fights. Yeah, Dwayne Freeman, he the GOAT. He is the GOAT of MMA. Uppercuts Boxing Nation, what it do? What's happening with it? What it do with it, Chris? William Johnson said, how do I feel about Tank Davis could be another Floyd Mayweather? You spelt the name, man. You jacked Floyd Mayweather name. All up, but I know what you were saying. Nah. I don't have no feeling about it because that ain't even possible. Him, Gervonta Davis and Floyd don't fight nothing like each other. For one. For two, he'll never have enough fights to even get, on that Floyd Mayweather level. Like these fighters nowadays, they fighting once a year. Like this is crazy to see Tank at the level that he is fighting damn near back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Within what he fought in June, July, August, September, October, fighting in 4 months, within 4 months of each other. You don't see that nowadays with fighters on Tank Davis status. So, but he'll never get to know 50 fights. And Tank said he want to retire in a few years anyway. You mean, Mr. Mechanical, you mean it should have been Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou? Oh, yeah, man. They didn't want to pay for him. They didn't want to pay Francis Ngannou. Bruce Gass, what's happening with it? Salute to the OG Bruce Gass in the building. They didn't want to pay Francis Ngannou. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they didn't want to pay him, so he had to get to stepping. You know how UFC do their fighters. Matthew Thomas, what's happening with it? M. Tram said he a mini Tyson for real. Yeah, you could say that, but hopefully he don't, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it don't turn out like Mike Tyson. Because a lot of people, like Mike Tyson was one of my favorites growing up. I had Holyfield above him. This is before Mike Tyson even went to the pen. It was Holyfield for me and then Tyson. But a lot of people, I don't know, Tyson, you know what I'm saying? You could have an argument, was Mike Tyson overrated? You know what I'm saying? You can have that. That's a good debate. Was Mike Tyson overrated? Because a lot of people look at Mike Tyson as the greatest thing heavyweight to ever step in the ring. And I mean, if you look at Mike Tyson, when he fought the top fighters in their prime that was on the A level, he lost to all of them. Like Mike Tyson never fought no A-level fighter in their prime and beat him. And so we better hope that don't happen to Tank Davis, But as far as like the style and how they go about, of course Tyson had to bob and weave, But I mean, you can make similarities just because they both get knockouts. Damn, they don't fight like each other. I think probably, Tyson, I think the money and the fame kind of ruined Tyson. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows what Tyson would have been if Custom Motto hadn't never died and he hadn't never got off track. Tyson had a very short prime. Nah, jail didn't crush Tyson. Tyson came out like, I don't like when people try to make an excuse that Mike Tyson, like him going to jail, messed him up. That didn't mess him up at all. Mike Tyson going to jail actually preserved him. It made him better because when people talk about the Evander Holyfield fight and say, oh, well, Mike Tyson came out of prison and he was wrecking shit. He was putting Bruce Seldon to sleep. He was putting Frank that he went through. Those were the same level of competition that Mike Tyson was fighting before he went in, though. You see what I'm saying? Before he went in, he was fighting dudes like Razor Ruddock and B and C level fighters. And most of them fighters he was running through. He did the same shit when he came out of prison. Nothing changed with Mike Tyson. The only thing that could have happened is it preserved his body. It got him more focused, and he came out of prison after he had a couple of fights. He came out better than he was when he went in. Tyson won't even tell you that prison ruined him. Prison never ruined Mike Tyson at all. And that's a fact. But like I said, if you look at Tyson, it had nothing to do with prison. It was just that, certain styles make fights. And when he stepped his game up, he couldn't beat none of them guys. Tyson, as far as his height, he was a small heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And he had problems with Mike. The truth about Mike Tyson is he had problems with other heavyweights that was long and rangy. And he also had problems with fighters that was going, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they wasn't afraid of him. They was going to fight him. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't afraid of him. They was going to fight him. And Holyfield was one of those fighters. He wasn't afraid of Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He had no fear in his heart of Mike Tyson. And there's very few fighters that got in the ring with Tyson that could say that. And, dude said, why am I hating on Tyson? If I'm hating on Tyson, right? If you really think that I'm hating on Tyson, I will send you a link and me and you can have a debate right now. If you really think I'm hating on Tyson, I'll send you a link and me and you can have a debate right now. Real talk. Cause y'all dudes, man, y'all gotta cut it out with this hating shit. Name me one thing I said hating on Mike Tyson. Everything that I said was a fact. Okay, bet. Y'all want to show, y'all gonna get it. Don't nobody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Smash the like button. We finna get y'all a show. Don't nobody hit the link, but bully block boxing. Don't nobody hit that link, but bully block boxing. Ricky Williams, what's happening? Where did I see you in the building? He said he wanted me to drop him a link. We gonna have a debate, and this how we gonna start the show, and then we gonna get into the topics. But go ahead, grab that link. It's right there. A1 Who's On? What it do? Pull up on the link and we're going to discuss it since you said I was hating on Mike Tyson. Come on. So you asked for the link. The link is in the right there in the chat. Smash on the link and jump up here. Eric Taylor, what's happening with it? Salute. But like I was saying, Tyson, he had a very short prime. His prime was probably like, I would say 86 to 89. You know what I'm saying? He only had he had like a 3-year prime. It was very short. But in Mike Tyson's prime, he dominated shit. You know what I'm saying? But in his prime, he never fought another A-level fighter that was in their prime. So, you could, like I said, you could make an argument that he was overrated. Ricky Williams, and see, niggas get in the comments, right? And talk slick in the comments, tell you hating and shit, but then when you drop the link, they ain't nowhere to be found. When you drop the link, they ain't nowhere to be found. The link been in the chat. So moving along. But yeah, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? If you go back to the fights, Tyson, he had, like I was saying, he had problems with long rangy fighters. Buster Douglas was a long rangy fighter. Mitch Blood Green. Although Tyson, he beat Mitch Blood Green Clearly, but Mitch Blood Green was giving Tyson some problems in that fight. And that was early on in Tyson's career. Mitch Green was a skinny, long, rangy fighter. The same Mitch Green that Tyson beat up outside of Dapper Dan. But if you was afraid of Tyson and you wasn't on that level, he was going to walk through you and he going to do you bad. King Rude Boy, what's happening with it? Salute. Kevin the Truth says Buster Douglas was good, but was one of the runts in the gym. But he was really good boxer, and Tyson considered a brawler. That Buster Douglas fight put tears in my eyes. When I seen Tyson, I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, you talking about the link didn't work. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Ain't nothing wrong with the link. It worked fine. I'm gonna drop it again. And then if you don't click the link, we gonna move on. So I just dropped the link again. Yeah, Bone Crusher Smith, I said, long rangy fighters that wasn't. See, Mitch Green wasn't afraid of him. Michael Ray said Spinks looked like he was scared to death. Spinks was scared to death. It wasn't no looking like it was. Spinks was scared to death. And y'all smash my like button, y'all. Get the likes up for me, Sheena, what's going on with it, Queen? Sheena in the building. Yeah, get the likes up. We're going to have a hell of a show like we always do. So y'all just do me that favor and get the likes up. Because we got 170 people in the building. We only got 91 likes. So we way down on the likes. So if y'all get the likes up, as you come in the building, if you forgot to hit the like button, smash the like button. But I get, oh boy, he not gonna grab the link. You know what I'm saying? I called his bluff. He was in the chat bluffing. Oh, here, man, nah, A1, we ain't A1. I said, don't nobody grab the link, but oh boy, I'm finna get the show started. But salute to my man A1. So I just put that link out because old boy sounded like he wanted to debate, and so but we gonna get on with the show because he don't want no smoke. Okay, A1. Yeah, but I might drop a link later. I might drop some links later. You know what I'm saying? And when we get in the show, but I just put that link out for old boy. He don't want no smoke though. But ain't no beef with him. Ain't no beef. You just was speaking out of turn, talking about I'm hating on Tyson. I don't know. Anyway, moving along, right? Some more news. Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn. So both parties have been in talks, reached out to each other. They trying to make Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn sometime this summer. What y'all think about that? Like, really, initially, so I got different feelings about it. For one, I don't want to see Conor Benn. I don't think he should be able to fight, right? I don't think he should be able to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a PED user. Real talk, he's a PED user. He shouldn't be able to fight. The motherfucker, he failed 2 different drug tests. He failed 2 different drug tests. And then as far as Manny Pacquiao, man, Manny Pacquiao's an all-time legend. Manny Pacquiao don't have nothing else to prove. Manny Pacquiao 45 years old and he need to hang it up. Like, it's crazy, man. He don't need to be getting in the ring with these young 20-something-year-old fighters. Real talk. He's just too old now. Hey, y'all crazy as hell talking about the Juice Bowl. Y'all nuts, man, talking about the Juice Bowl. Lamar Jones, man, in that super chat. Appreciate you. Man. Yeah, man, Manny Pacquiao He's too old. He needs to go ahead and hang it up. You see Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is like, hey, I ain't fighting none of these young dudes. I'm coming in these exhibition bouts. I'm getting easy money, and that's what it is. Don't ask me to fight none of these young dudes. I'm not. It ain't happening. Manny Pacquiao, for some reason, he can't let it go. Like Manny Pacquiao, he can't let it go, and he needs to go ahead and hang it up because he's a legend in the game. He's done everything that he needs to do and more. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in there and make the sport retire you to where, you know, you just get beat on just so bad. Like, Ugas beat him up pretty bad. Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao up bad. Do I think Conor Benn can get with Pacquiao? At this point, with Conor Benn using PEDs and as young as he is, he should be able to. He should be able to beat Manny Pacquiao. Man, we talking about a fighter in Conor Benn who's in his mid-20s, in his prime, against a fighter that's 45 years old, that's been through more wars than I can count, that's fought everybody in the sport, that's been fighting professionally since probably what, like the late 2000s, the late 90s. Been fighting since the late 90s, the mid 90s. Been fighting professionally since like the mid 90s. So, I mean, I don't really care for that fight. You know what I'm saying? As a real boxing fan, I don't really care to see Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn. I think Manny Pacquiao just need to let it go. What y'all think? What y'all think? Nah, bro, I'm not. Now you gonna grab the link. I told you a long time ago to grab the link. I'm not changing my show up now. You could have grabbed the link when I first told you to, dog. So if you can stay in, and then later when I get done with going down everything I want to talk about, then we could get some smoke. But I told you to grab the link 20 minutes ago. I told you grab the link a long time ago. But anyway. Moving along with the show, man. What y'all think about Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn? He said, True Native say Manny needs to let it go. Lorenzo said he could be Ben's grandfather. Kevin say, I'm not gonna lie, Manny get that one big shot is over. Lorenzo say he gonna beat Pacquiao. Sheena say, can you imagine if Pac fought Errol? Damn, Pac was already saved once. He better stay retired or else. That's real talk, Sheena. Like he trying to make the sport really retire his ass. Macados, Mac of the South, what's happening with it? He say Pacquiao needs to hang it up. He has nothing more to prove. Yeah, that's real talk, man. I feel you, man. Real talk. He needs to hang it up. Real shit. He needs to hang it up because he don't have nothing more to prove. He's done everything in his he done everything that he needs to do in his career. Jay Cooley, Arkansas in the building. What's happening with it, Jay Cooley? William Johnson said he needs to retire. He's done. Let me see. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to get y'all feelings on what y'all thought about the Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn situation. That shit is like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see that just for Manny Pacquiao's sake, and I don't think that Conor Benn should even be sanctioned to fight. Give his ass a year suspension. But moving along. Y'all smash the like button because, like I said, we cooking today. We gonna be cooking, so smash on the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button. Something I want to talk about, right, is we gotta keep it 100 all the time around here, and everybody know that I rock with Gary Antuane Russell, and I want to make an apology to Don Dada because Don Dada first told me this, and I thought he was a clown for saying this shit because I couldn't believe it, but he was right. Now, Gary Antuane Russell, I rock with him heavy. I rock with all the Russells, right? I rock with all of the Russells. You know what I'm saying? Heavy till the wheels fall off. But I got to keep it 100. Gary Antuane Russell, he had a chance to fight Alberto Puello for I believe it's the WBA, for the WBA strap at 140 pounds, right? For the WBA strap at 140 pounds. And now we know that Rolly got that chance, that Rolly Romero got that chance. Somebody that ain't never fought in the weight division, somebody that's coming off a knockout via Tank Davis, his last fight, and he's getting the chance to take that championship opportunity. But he got the chance because Gary Antuane Russell turned it down. And I couldn't believe this because I'm looking at that fight card and Gary Antuane Russell is fighting on the undercard of that same card, right? And I'm just going to read his statement on speaking about why he turned the fight down. He says, I'm going to read to y'all. Like, it make no sense to me how you going to turn down a fight, a championship fight for a real strap, not a secondary strap, a real championship fight for a strap. You're going to turn it down, and then you're going to fight on the undercard of that card when you could have been the main event and you could have been getting the strap. And this is his reason why I turned it down. He says, when being a student of the game, you must consider the fact that every step a contestant takes is more than just self-gratification, and each and every last one of us do it for keeps. He says, in other words, Puello got to catch up to me. He is behind me. No need to look back when the direction you're going is forward. So he's saying, why should I fight Puello when he ain't on my level? I'm already ahead of him in the game. But you're not. You ain't ahead of Puello because he got a belt, bro. He is the champion. He's one of the champions at 140 pounds, and you ain't got no belt. You haven't had a chance in your career to fight for a strap. And then, right, so I can see if Gary Antuane Russell turned down the shot at that world title and said, you know what? I got a bigger fight coming up than that. I got a fight with Tank Davis. It's a non-title fight. I got a fight with Tank, or I got a fight with Ryan Garcia, or I got a fight with somebody else, that has a big name in the division. Yeah, they don't have a belt, but they have a big name. So I'm going to skip up this opportunity because I'm going to fight somebody that has a big name. But that's not the case. He's fighting somebody that I've never heard of before. It's not listed in BoxRec, but he has an opponent that he's fighting, and I ain't never even heard of this dude that he's fighting. So I've never heard of, it's probably happened before in boxing, we've heard stranger shit than this, but when do you ever hear of a man that's still, in that contender status, that's still trying to make his come up, turning down a championship fight to fight on the same night and to fight a Rudy Poot on the undercard that nobody never heard of. Like, I never heard of no shit like this. And then you say that you turned the fight down because the champion ain't on your level. Gary Russell better have some real big shit brewing in the pot after this next fight he got. Gary Antuane Russell better have some real big shit brewing in the pot after this next fight that he got coming up. Because, Cruz Kent. Don't nobody know who the hell Cruz Kent is. You turning down championship smoke to fight Cruz Kent? I can't feel that, dog. Like, bro, I just can't feel that. Like, this shit is, and I rock with the Russells heavy, but I don't know, man. This shit is like, it sounds ignorant to me. Like, the shit sounds ignorant. It don't make no sense. Like, can anybody make this shit make sense to me? Big dose. Yeah, you know, I was wrong about the situation, you know, and that's what I come on here for. I ain't the type of nigga, I'm not the type of man, right? I'm not the type of man that's gonna come do it live and tell y'all some shit and, you know, debate somebody about it in the chat, and then when it pop up that I was wrong, act like I never said it or act like it never happened. Yeah, I couldn't believe, like, when I heard people saying that shit in the chat, I'm like, man, now y'all just being crazy. Y'all just talking silly, because ain't no way a man is going to turn down a championship fight to fight a Rudy Poot on the undercard and make less money for no belt. I don't know. I ain't never heard no, I've never seen no shit like this ever. That's one thing, this, like, it's probably happened in boxing before, but I've never seen no shit like this ever in my life in boxing. Somebody turned down a championship fight just to fight on the undercard of that same card. Ultra Man, what's happening with it? Yes, sir. The like button is your friend. Smash the like button, y'all. It's crazy, man. Randall Bivens says, Keith, you think he waiting to see if Rolly can beat him? And when he does, he'll fight? No, not at all. Not even 1%. He's not waiting on Rolly. Not at all. He probably don't even think Rolly can win. And Rolly won't fight him anyway. If Rolly did win, Rolly not going to fight Gary Antuane Russell. That's a clash of styles. Do the run through Rolly. KG, what's happening with it? He said, we in the building. Salute to my dog. He said, Big Keith, salute to everybody that's in the chat. There you go, talking that boxing again. And hit the like button when you step in the building. That's for sure. I don't know. I'm just, like, I was shocked. And then, like I said, I'm more shocked by his explanation saying that he didn't take the fight because somebody that is a champion that has a real title is beneath you, basically. It just didn't make no sense. So I don't know what is going on with Gary Antuane Russell. I don't know what is in his head, but it just, I don't know. You can't make shit like this up. For real? Okay, can you turn them off for me? Yeah, I don't know what's in his head. You really can't make this stuff up. And let's check these likes, because my man saying that y'all way low on the likes. You know what I'm saying? My man's is saying that y'all way low on the likes. Let's check them, see where we at. Yeah, y'all get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? We got 265 people in the building. Y'all got to get the likes up. Smash on the like button, get the likes up, and we cooking. Maurice Bridges says, if he beneath you, put that man in the place and take his title. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, you know. And like I said, this really surprised me coming from Gary Antuane Russell. Like, Gary Antuane Russell is the last person that I would think some shit like this would come from. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And to give the explanation that he gave, it's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Well, it don't really have nothing to do with a manager and sponsor in this situation, because in this situation he was presented the fight, you know, via PBC, and it's all under the same PBC banner, all under the Showtime PBC banner. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. Jermaine Bean said an 80-20 split of a low ball offer, so I'm not upset. He didn't say nothing about no offer. I don't know what offer they gave him. You dig what I'm saying? In the statement that Gary Antuane Russell made, he didn't make a statement by any offer. So, you know, if you got some information that he did get offered, and salute to Jermaine Bean. So, Jermaine, if you do got some information that he got offered 80-20 split, drop that link in the chat. You know, matter of fact, let me make sure that you rinsed up, Jermaine. Let me rinse you up. So, Jermaine, if you got a link, like I said, help me out and drop that link in the chat, because I didn't read nothing about that. Oh, he said he guessing. Okay. He said you said you just guessing. Well, I mean, I can't make that guess. I can't make that guess just for the simple fact is that Gary Antuane Russell, he didn't speak about no split. He just basically said, like, you know, like I'm saying that, why should I, and I'm paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? He used different words, but he basically said, you know, he ain't on my level. I'm ahead of him already. So why should I take a fight? But you're not ahead of him. If he's a champion and you ain't never even got a championship opportunity, you're not ahead of him. You're actually behind him, and he's ahead of you. That's just what it is. Now, are you a better fighter than him? I think so, but you got to get in the ring and prove that. Matai Yoel in that super chat, man, I appreciate you. Salute to you. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't feeling that. Like I said, that was on a whole different level of had me scratching my head and shaking my head. Tony Harrison and Tszyu this week, y'all. It's coming up this weekend. Tony Harrison and Tszyu. I can't wait, man. I'm excited about this fight. So it's a tough fight for both fighters. A tough fight. This is a pick'em fight. Tony Harrison and Tszyu is a pick'em fight. And the reason it's a pick'em fight is because, for one, you got it down in Australia. You having this down under in Australia. Can Tony Harrison win a decision in Australia? Devin Haney did. So he can, but does he have to make it look like Devin Haney made it look like against George Kambosos? Because I think it's safe to say I don't see Tony Harrison winning no close decision in Australia. So Tony Harrison is going to have to win, you know, and he's going to have to win big. He either going to have to stop Tszyu, or he going to have to win at least like 10-2, 9-3, 10-2, 11-1. He gonna have to basically damn near get a clean sweep and outbox the shit out of Tszyu in order to get a decision over there. So it's a pick 'em fight. I'm a rock with Tony Harrison just because I rock with Tony Harrison. But if somebody put me on the spot and told me to put some money up on it, I think I have to sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have to sit it out because it's just too many it's too many things going against Tony Harrison in this fight. Like I said, you're going to Tszyu's country to fight him. You ain't never been over there before. You also, it's going to be very, very hard for you to get a decision if the fight go to the scorecards. Now, is Tony Harrison a better boxer than Tszyu? Hell yeah, he a better boxer than Tszyu. All around the board, for sure. Does Tony Harrison got punching power? Yeah, but Tony Harrison, he ain't really stopping shit like that. So I wouldn't bank on Tony Harrison going over there stopping Tszyu. If I see Tony Harrison winning, I see him winning by a decision. But it's going to be hard for him to get a decision. So, man, it's just going to be hard. And then as far as in Tszyu, he got in his favor, Tony Harrison fades around the 9th round. He get the faded. He slow down. So Tszyu can jump on him and hurt him and get him up out of there. If Tony Harrison start fading. He got issues like William Oldskool say he got cardio issues. Has he fixed that? He looked better. His last fight, he didn't fade. His last fight when he fought, what's the dude name? Sergio. I believe his name was Sergio. He looked good in his last fight. His footwork was on point. Let his hands go. His speed. Everything. Defense was on point, and Tony Harrison looked real good his last fight. But he gonna have to come in even looking better, and he gonna have to come in better shape. He looked like he in tremendous shape. You feel me? He looked like he on point. He locked in, so it's a great fight. Hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight. I'm gonna roll with Tony Harrison, but like I said, it's a pick 'em fight. You go either way. I don't have no problem with if you say you got Tszyu, if you say you got Tony Harrison. It's one of those type of fights. And these are the type of fights that we need in boxing. Yeah, Tony Harrison is already in Australia. He made it there last week, Jay Chestnut. Yeah. But so, y'all smash the like button. Smash the like button if you want to support the channel. The Cash App is right there on the screen. Money sign KT double. The Cash App is on the screen. Like I said, if you want to refresh the super chat, the super chat is right there. Help the channel grow. And we cooking. You know what I'm talking about? But hit the like button because that's free. So we cooking. Get the likes up, and we gonna talk about. Let's talk about this stuff with Terence Crawford, right? With Terence Crawford, BLK Prime, and Jaron Ennis. Let's talk about it. Because it's a lot of people, acting like or saying that Jaron Ennis ducked Terence Crawford. That's what's going on rampant now. You know what I'm saying? The Bud Protection Committee, everybody that loves Bud Crawford, that tell you time and time again that everybody is afraid of Bud Crawford. Now they're running around telling you that Jaron Ennis ducked Terence Crawford. Because Terence Crawford, they telling you that BLK Prime, well, this is what happened, right? Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it, and let's come to a conclusion. Did he duck Terence Crawford, or was there some other shit involved? Because, see, I didn't talk about this yesterday. You know why I didn't talk about this yesterday? It's because I heard Blue Blood. I heard what some other people had to say. And then I said, okay, well, let me wait. And I want to hear both sides of the story, right? I want to hear both sides of the story. I want to know what's going on all around the board before I stick my head out here and start talking about this shit. And I only got one side of the story. So that's exactly what I did. I listened to Bozy Ennis. I also listened to the YSM Sports Media because he's in the gym with Boots and Bozy and them every day. He know exactly what be going on with the business, all of the business that go on with Boots because they locked in like that. So I listened to him do a live stream, listen to him talk about it. And I got from both sides. Now, when I listened to Blue Blood, basically what Blue Blood said is he said that they reached out to Bozy Ennis and Jaron Ennis, and they asked, right? They asked them, are y'all interested in fighting Terence Crawford? Y'all interested in fighting Terence Crawford? They told Bozy Ennis said, definitely. That's a fight we've been on, right? We definitely want that fight. We got to go and let's get back with Showtime. Let me go holler at, Showtime. Now, the thing is that what Blue Blood didn't tell you is that, or maybe he might have said it, so I didn't watch his whole show, so he might have said it. I'm just saying from what I heard. But the thing is that BLK Prime, they was trying to put on the show without involving Showtime. Because I listened to what Bozy Ennis said. Listen to what YSM Media said. I listened to all sides. BLK Prime initially was trying to basically put on a show with Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford on BLK Prime without Showtime. Now, we know that Jaron Ennis fights exclusively under Showtime. I don't know if he has a contract as a fighter signed exclusively under Showtime, or his promoter, Cameron Duncan, might have a contract that's exclusive to Showtime, with Jaron Ennis. We know that Jaron Ennis only fight on Showtime. Blue said it was a lot of things that he couldn't talk about, right? But once again, right, me getting both sides of the story, me listening to both sides, not just one side, that way I can make my own opinion of the situation and try to piece things together. And my man, Rob, I appreciate you. Salute to you, man, in that Cash App, man. Coming through in that Cash App. I appreciate you. And my man, Maurice Bridges says, this whole Crawford and Boots situation sounds suspicious to me. I don't see Boots ducking Crawford, but who knows? Well, we're going to get to that, my man. And I appreciate you dropping that super chat, man, helping the channel grow, right? So I'm listening to both sides, right? And so Blue is saying that they went to Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford was like, shit, yeah, we can make that fight happen for sure. I'll fight him. He ain't on my level. He think he on my level, but he ain't on my level. I'll fight him. So when they go, instead of going to Showtime or Cameron Duncan, they try to bypass Showtime. Like I said, I'm listening to both stories. Big Dose, man, I appreciate you, man. My man, Big Dose in that Cash App, man, I appreciate you for sure. So like I said, they're trying to bypass Showtime, knowing that Jaron Boots Ennis fights on Showtime. So if Jaron Boots Ennis is a Showtime fighter and you are BLK Prime just stepping in the game, why wouldn't y'all go to Showtime and holler at them and say, look, let's do some business together? You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, Terence Crawford ain't even signed to y'all. So first of all, if Terence Crawford wants to fight Jaron Ennis, he could have hollered at Showtime himself. That's a fact. Fact number 2, that BLK Prime, y'all just coming in the game. So if y'all want to put together a big event and do business the right way, instead of coming in doing business, going wrong about the business that you're doing, you go holler at the people that you need to go to. You go holler at Cameron Duncan. You go holler at the people at Showtime. And then, right, y'all see if BLK Prime and Showtime can come together and put a big fight on between Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford. Because see, this shit sounds to me is like y'all trying to make some shit happen y'all know ain't gonna happen the way that y'all going about it. Why would y'all go about it this way? When you know the way that business is ran in boxing. So Bozy Ennis said, look, yeah, we been wanting to fight Terence Crawford. We ain't ducking no Terence Crawford. We been wanting that fight. You know what I'm talking about? But we felt like that they was trying to do some dirty business, essentially. We felt like that they was trying to undermine Showtime. People that we have a good business relationship with, that we're working with, now they're trying to go around Showtime and get us to go over to BLK Prime and put on a fight with people that we've never done business with, right? So we're going to undermine Showtime. We got a contract with Showtime. Me and my promoter, we got a contract with Showtime. Showtime, we doing big business on Showtime. That's who we have a business relationship with. So you want us to ruin our business relationship with Showtime, undermine them, and go do business with BLK Prime? So listening to both sides, that's what I got. My question is, why didn't y'all go to Showtime? You could have even went to Jaron Ennis and Bozy Ennis and said, look, are y'all interested in fighting Boots like you did? Yes. I mean, are y'all interested in fighting Terence Crawford like they did? Their answer was, hell yeah, we want to fight Terence Crawford. Okay, y'all got the answer. You already know that they want to fight Bud. Now, your next step is to, okay, well, we want to holler at Cameron Duncan. We want to holler at, the Steven Espinoza at Showtime. And we want to see if we can all come together, sit down, and make some shit take place. You know what I'm saying? With BLK Prime and Showtime. Or we want to ask Showtime if they'll let, if we pay you enough, are they willing to, let us have your services at BLK Prime? Simple as that. See, Terence Crawford is running around with BLK Prime. Like, you did the same shit with Errol Spence. You tried to get Errol Spence to go around Al Heyman, to go around Showtime and the PBC. Now, from what I know, Terence Crawford didn't really have nothing to do with this. This was Blue Blood. This is Blue Blood and BLK Prime. So, from what I know, this is Blue Blood and BLK Prime doing. And my man Maurice Bibb, he say, BLK didn't holler at Red Catch people or Lundy people. And that fight didn't get made. Exactly. BLK Prime, they didn't holler. Exactly my point. They didn't holler at Ivan Red Catch people. And what happened with that? Ivan Red Catch people said, hell no. Nope. And they didn't holler at Hank Lundy people, and Hank Lundy people said, nah. That's why those fights didn't happen. So why are you coming in the game trying to undermine other big promotional companies, other big networks? Why are you trying to undermine them and think that you can steal fighters? I don't think that they really thought that could happen. They know the game. They know the business. They did that shit because it's a bluff. They trying to make that shit seem like that they was trying to make a fight with Boots. Because if Terence Crawford actually wanted to fight with Boots, he's the free agent. You don't need BLK Prime to do a motherfucking thing for you. You're not even with BLK Prime. You don't have no type of, you're not under no type of contract with BLK Prime at all. So why do you need BLK Prime? You could have did that yourself. If you really wanted to fight Boots, if that was a fight that you really wanted, what's the problem? You can move how you want to move. So why are you, right? Why are you even entertaining BLK Prime coming to you with a Jaron Ennis fight? When for one, like I said, you're a free agent. For two, Jaron Ennis is not with BLK Prime. He's on another network. So why would you even entertain that? That's my whole thing. So all of this shit to me is just to make some shit sound good, right? Another campaign, right? To make it sound like everybody is ducking Terence Crawford. It just don't make no sense to me. Woke, what's happening with it? Salute. And I'm not trying to be biased in this situation at all. I'm just keeping it 100. Like a free agent that can move where he wants, and you are entertaining another company, another network that don't have that fighter under contract with them at all. Like, make it make sense to me. Why? And now BLK Ennis is like, man, what's up? We still want to fight Terence Crawford. They talking about we ducking. What's up? He can fight us now. We can make that fight happen on Showtime. He is a free agent. But I'm going to let y'all hear what BLK Ennis had to say. I'm going to play what BLK Ennis had to say and let y'all hear what, some of what he had to say. And then, hold on. Give me a thumbs up once it start playing if y'all can hear this.
Terence Crawford just beat Indonesia. Right. Now he's being mandated and talks already ongoing that he could fight just Roca. What kind of your thoughts on, him fighting Indonesia? Now it could be Roca.
But they want around us.
I was going to say, are you a little disappointed at the guys he's ultimately fighting, man?
Yeah, I'm surprised, man. Why y'all not going to take us, man? You was talking about the last performance, so that's and now fighters, man. You know what I mean? You know.
Do you think that Crawford, I don't want to say the word duck or anything like that, because he's not signed with any promotional company or anything like that.
Right.
So why do you think he's not fighting you guys?
Why he's not fighting who guys?
Well, why he's not fighting you guys? He's not signed with any promotional companies, anything like that. So he kind of had a clear lane to fight you guys. So why do you think he's not doing it?
Hey, the old saying, high risk, low reward. You know what I mean? That's what I said. You know what I mean? But right now, he should be able to fight us. You know what I mean? Because he just fought amnesia. You know what I mean? Amnesia, whatever you call him. You know what I mean? We wanted him. We wanted all them guys. Well, you already know we wanted to fight everybody in the top 5. You know what I mean?
How close will you be watching the fight coming up between Stan Jonas and Virgil? Do you plan on watching that?
Hold on, y'all.
Stan Jonas and Virgil. Do you plan on watching that fight?
So basically, that's what he said recently. After afterwards. He said, basically right now, he said he went around us. He could fight us right now if he want to. He could fight us right now if he want to. He's a free agent. I don't understand why he's fighting goddamn a Rocha. Why is he fighting a Rocha? We can fight right now. But yeah, somebody, a Terence Crawford fanatic, one of y'all got to get up here and make this shit make sense to me. Why is BLK Prime trying to make fights with fighters that they don't have under their roster? With fighters that they know is with another promotional company or another network? Like, it's crazy. Every time we hear some shit with BLK Prime, it's never no business that's on the up and up. It's always some slimy shit trying to grab a fighter from another promoter. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do underhanded shit. That's not how the game goes. That's not how the business goes. It don't work like that. Well, and then for the ones who gonna come, well, I thought you said that PBC fighters were their own bosses. Well, one thing we do know is Terence Crawford is supposed to be his own boss. He a free agent, so it ain't no excuse for him. What he need BLK Prime to put a fight on that Showtime could put the fight on. You dig what I'm saying? Martin McLeon says, I could have sworn Bud said on his live those fights were not presented to him. He said things never seem to add up when it comes to Bud. Well, this, as far as I'll play y'all YSM Media, because I believe he said this took place late or mid-January. So this took place probably after Bud had that interview. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this, whatever, all of this stuff that we talking about, it took place after Bud had that Instagram interview. Knight Rider says BLK Prime actually did the same thing with the fighter that Crawford fought in December of 2022. That guy was already in another fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was already in another fight. But his promoter was cool with it because they paid him more money than he was going to get. And at that time, or they offered to pay, I don't know what he got paid at the end of the day, but they offered to pay him more money than what he was going to get initially. And the manager was going to get more money. So everybody was going to get more money. So the manager was good, was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But in that situation, you got a whole different. David, I've been sneezing, is not a big name fighter. Ain't nobody check. You think that Showtime, just check this out, right? If Jaron and Bozy Ennis, Bozy Ennis, and Cameron Duncan, who is Jaron Boost Ennis' promoter, had to been like, fuck it. Fuck Showtime. We finna go over there to BLK Prime and put this fight on. Do y'all think they would have been able to come back to Showtime and do good business with Showtime? Y'all think Showtime would have wanted to mess with them again after doing some sneaky shit like that? Hell no. Hell no. You don't do things like that. Knight Rider says BLK Prime actually did the same thing. Oh yeah, I just read that. So, you know, it's just people want to run around again, like I said, and just act like everybody is ducking Bud, man. Let me see. I got a Bud Crawford diehard fanatic, Sid Jappy, in the building. He says someone like BLK Prime needs to step up so real pro fighters can get paid. What clowns like Jake Paul get paid? Jake Paul getting paid what he have to get paid don't have nothing to do with promotional companies or none of that shit. These fighters getting paid what they generate. And sometimes they get paid more than what they're generating. So that don't have nothing to do with nothing. BLK Prime, they stepped up and stepped right out of the game as fast as they stepped up. Like I said, I want to know where is BLK Prime schedule at? Where's their schedule at? Where is BLK Prime schedule with their fighters? And I'm talking about fighters that they have, that they don't have to try to sneak from other companies that's already in contracts and signed to other networks and other companies. Where are they fighters? Where is they fighting schedule at? So like I said, you go over there and undermine Showtime for a company that's just getting their motherfucking toes wet, you undermine them, do Showtime and the people that's got you where you at, that's been doing good business with you your whole career, to go to BLK Prime, a company that you don't even know is gonna be up and running. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? After y'all fight, they don't have no type of history behind them, and the history that they do have behind them don't have nothing to do with boxing. And they got 12 and 13 bankruptcies, and you gonna go to a company like that and chunk the deuce to Showtime? You would have to be a goddamn idiot. But like I said, what they could have done, if Terence Crawford wanted to even entertain the shit, he could have been like, okay, well, y'all go holler at Showtime and Cameron Duncan, and, you know, just let me know what y'all come up with. I'm down. But like I said, I'm not putting this on Terence Crawford. I'm putting this shit on BLK Prime, because now y'all want to put half of the story out and then pretend. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that Blue Blood Sports TV said that Jaron Ennis is ducking Terence Crawford, because I didn't hear Blue Blood say that. If he said it, I didn't hear it. So I'm not blaming Blue Blood for nothing that he ain't said or did. So no, I don't think that Blue Blood is trying to make an emphasis or trying to make it sound like that Jaron Ennis ducked Terence Crawford. I don't. I truly don't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with no beef with Blue Blood, but I'm saying that your company, y'all did some underhanded business. Like that's underhanded type business. That's underhanded shit. Other people, right? Other people took what Blue Blood said, and now they're running with that shit because it fits their narrative that everybody is afraid of Terence Crawford. Everybody is ducking Terence Crawford, which is not the case. They're running with the narrative now. Oh, Jaron Ennis, he turned down that Terence Crawford smoke. He ducked Crawford. Come on, man. How the fuck y'all? If y'all really think that Jaron Ennis ducked Terence Crawford, y'all gotta be fucking straight up stupid in the head. Just dumb. Y'all gotta be just fucking retarded in the head. Jaron Ennis, he's not ducking no Terence Crawford. He's not ducking Errol Spence. They're not ducking no smoke. Straight up and down. Whether you like him or not, he ain't ducked no smoke. Until he proves or show us that he not ducking no smoke. And he been calling out Terence Crawford. He didn't call out Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. He didn't call out everybody. And Terence Crawford is in a position to make that fight happen. So yeah, you know, you go holler at Showtime, you go holler at Cameron Duncan. Don't undermine Showtime and Cameron Duncan and try to holler at Bozy Ennis to get him to get Jaron Ennis to go over to goddamn BLK Prime and do business without Showtime. Why would you do that? So yeah. Now, Sid Jappy, if you want to come up here and if you want some smoke, I'll happily drop the link and you can try to take up for your for BLK Prime. Like I said, I'm not even gonna put this on Terence Crawford, but you can come up here and try to take up for BLK Prime in the way that they doing business. If you want me to drop a link, all you got to do is say yes. I said, all you got to do is say yes. I'm not finna go to no damn company that don't have no type of, no type of history of doing business in boxing. You know what I'm talking about? They did one event that flopped. So Sid Jappy, that means that you don't want the link. Okay, bet. Yeah, I'm not finna do no big. I'm not finna leave Showtime, right? That's putting on all these great fights. That's got me where I got in my career to go over to a company that might flop. You know what I'm saying? That might flop the next day. That might shut their doors down any day. Come on, man. What sense does that make? But like I said, it's good for these Terence Crawford Blood Protection Committee to run around and pretend like that now Jaron Ennis is on the list of being scared of Terence Crawford. That's good for them. You know, they can run around with their fake stories and make themselves feel better. You know what I'm saying? They can run around with their fake stories and make themselves feel better. But at the end of the day, like I said, I want to give y'all all sides of the story, not one side of the story and leaving a lot of shit out, acting like you can't talk about it and things like that. You know, I listen to both sides of the story and I listen to all sides. And that's just what it is. So once again, just like you just heard Bozy Ennis say in this interview that I played, Terence Crawford, he talking about Alexis Rocha. If he ain't fighting Errol Spence, he need to be fighting us next. What's popping? We can make that happen next. If you really want to fight. But see, what he did is he had to mandate a fight. Come on, man. All of a sudden, Alexis Rocha is mandated, and then, you not even due for a mandatory until May. But they mandate some shit for you at the end of February. Come on, bro. I see the play with a fight that nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to see Terence Crawford versus Alexis Rocha, just like nobody wants to see Terence Crawford versus David I've been sneezing. Those fights don't get, those two fights right there, they don't get no fight fans out of their seats. Don't nobody want to watch that. Now you will get the BPC, Blood Protection Committee. They'll run around and lie to you and pretend like they want to see that. They'll lie to you and try to make you believe why Alexis Cockroacher is a goddamn good fight for Terence Crawford. They'll try to make you believe that that's a solid fight and Alexis Cockroacher is good. They're going to try to make you believe all of that shit. But in all actuality, they don't want to see that shit neither. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they like to see, Terence Crawford beat up on punching bags and shit. So, that's just what it is. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. The like button is free. Don't cost you nothing. My man, rolling for the dough. He says these narratives are hard to uphold when the truth constantly comes out and debunks them. Yeah, man, you gotta. That's just all I'm saying now. If a story had came out like, look, Bud went to Showtime and the PBC, and he said that if he can't make a fight with Errol Spence, he wants Jaron Ennis, and then Jaron Ennis, he looked at the fight and he said that he didn't want the fight at that time, then I would have been on Jaron Ennis's head. That is what you call a duck. This situation that you right here is a company that just got in the business, trying to do underhanded business and trying to make some shit take place that they know is not going to happen. Just to say that they tried to do it. That's what we got in this situation. Straight up and down. Just so they can later on come out with the news and say that they tried to make a fight happen and one fighter turned the fight down, and now it makes Terence Crawford look like a fucking boogeyman all over again. If you only listen to one side of the story. But that shit that ain't gonna slide over here. It ain't gonna slide over here. Because over here is where you're gonna get all sides of the story. Now, from what I tell you, then y'all can make up your own opinion, or y'all got your own minds. E. Snooty says, ETB, explain to me, how can Alexis Rocha be ranked number 1 by fighting an unranked fighter 1 class below him? Easy. That's easy to make sense of. Money. You know what I'm saying? Oscar got that bag. Oscar been talking to Bud. Now, as far as this Terence Crawford, and y'all smash the like button. Y'all get the likes up. Y'all hit my like button. It's free. Refresh the super chat. People calling me, telling me that they can't super chat. Put a dollar, put a dollar or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 in the super chat and refresh the super chat. Sheena say Crawford is the booger man. Hey, you crazy as hell, Sheena. It's the booger man. But yeah, you know. So that's just, it is what it is. Now when it comes to this Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, right? My man Matai Yoel once again in that super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. You always coming through showing love, dog. Appreciate you. But once again, right? Me and Money Brown, we talked about the whole situation. If y'all missed the show, man, it was a fire show yesterday. If y'all missed it, y'all go back and check it out. But we did cook on the whole situation with these rumors that came out that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, they've been on the phone talking, right? And now, and this is nothing. What y'all got to understand, right? This is Terence Bud Crawford telling the people at ESPN, the people that rock with him, the people that he rocks with, Mike Carpenter, Max Kellerman. This is Terence Crawford giving this information directly to them. Or this is Bomac or somebody in Terence Crawford's team giving this information to ESPN. So once again, like I said yesterday, if you ask me, do I believe that Terence Crawford and Bud had talks on the phone recently and trying to get this fight done this year? I do believe that. Yeah, I do believe that. Do I believe it's going to happen? Hell no. But that's a whole different story in itself. But I do think that they have been in the background, you know, having talks with each other, trying to see what they can come up with to make this fight happen. Now, one thing is, Mike Carpenter says that, and we just gonna say that Terence Crawford, that's the word I'm gonna use, right? Because we know it's coming from Team Crawford. So Mike Carpenter says that Terence Crawford informed them that they on the phone, that Bud Crawford, right, on the phone, that Bud Crawford and that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, himself and Errol Spence, agreed to a purse split. Agreed to a purse split that they both are comfortable with. Now, when I heard that, my first thing that I thought is Terence Crawford, when he did his interview, he said that the purse split wasn't a problem. He already had agreed to everything. He already had agreed to the purse split. So, something ain't right. Like Keith Sweat say, something just ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Keith Sweat say something just ain't right. So why y'all gotta be on the phone going back and forth and then y'all agree to a split when you said that the split was never a problem in the first place? You already had agreed to the split. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just something ain't right about that. But let me get to these super chats. My man, Krista Plummer in the super chat, I appreciate you. Queen Diana in the super chat, I appreciate you for always coming through supporting the channel, Diana. And my baby Gina is in the building in the super chat with the super chat refresher. But yeah, you know, so it just don't make no sense. Why are you having to agree to some shit that you already agreed to out of your own mouth? Anyway, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Nothing bad about it. I'm just saying that shit kind of raised my antennas when I seen that, or when, you know what I'm saying, when I'm listening to that. Now, as far as the rest of the shit, I gave my take on the whole situation. I think this is a PR campaign because if you go back and listen to how Max Kellerman was shitting on the PBC, how he was shitting on Al Heyman, and how he told us that if this fight don't happen, this proves that it's all PBC's fault. This proves that Al Heyman and the PBC, the people over there at the PBC, don't believe in Errol Spence, and they don't believe that he can beat Terence Crawford if this fight don't happen this time. Like I said, I gave my take on it. I don't want to go all over that shit again, but they're full of shit. They're full of shit. Terence Crawford already been telling them things because they also went on to say all what they said. Yeah, they're working on the fight. They're talking with each other and this and that, but we fully expect Errol Spence to go on with his fight with Keith Thurman, and we fully expect Terence Crawford because he's been mandated to fight Alexis Rocha right? So, like I said, when I'm listening to it, it just sounds like that. Crawford told them what he wants them to hear. He also told them that, well, you know, PBC don't seem like that they trying to oblige to what I want, so I'm probably going to end up having to go fight Alexis Rocha. And they're already basically making it campaign, right? Putting out a narrative against the PBC to make it look like that the PBC didn't want to fight, that Errol Spence ducked the fight to make Terence Crawford look like the fucking hero again and look like the big bad boogeyman all over again. That's what they doing. And like I said, but me and Money, we talked about it. I broke it down exactly in order. What's gonna play out, how it's gonna play out, and so like I said, I did all that yesterday in an interview. Also yesterday, right? Check this out. I'm gonna pull up. Let me find this audio for y'all, right? Because a motherfucker can't tell me I don't be on point. Hold on, I'm pulling up this audio. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Hold on. Real quick.
With Crawford versus Avenija, BLK Prime, Terence Crawford.
Hold on.
So it wasn't a.
I'm trying to find this audio for y'all real quick. I think here it is right here.
I'm gonna let you cook. I'm just saying they couldn't agree on the number. Just because you want that, it's one of us.
Earl Spence has to do Earl Spence. Al Heyman need Earl Spence.
Hold on.
Earl Spence don't need Al Heyman. Al Heyman is too controlling.
Here we go right here. Now, yesterday, right? If y'all watched my live yesterday, I said when it comes to this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford thing, I said the next thing that y'all gonna hear, all of these, you know, the BPC, the Bud Protection Committee, the next thing y'all gonna hear is them coming out telling you, oh, why don't they take the fight over there in Saudi Arabia, right? I told y'all yesterday, if y'all watch, Sheena was in there. Some of y'all was in the building yesterday, right? A lot of y'all was in the building when me and Money Brown did the show. And you heard me say, watch these dudes come out talking about this overseas Saudi Arabia shit. And I explained to you, I said, just because Top Rank and DAZN have a relationship with these people in Saudi, with these rich men in Saudi, doesn't mean that Al Heyman and the PBC have the relationship with the people over there in Saudi. We haven't seen Al Heyman and the PBC put on no big events over there in Saudi, right? And I spoke about that. But I said, this is a thing that you're going to hear from these Bud Crawford fans next. Now, I'm watching YSM Media, and he got a panel. Listen to this, y'all, and tell me that I don't be on point.
Go ahead. Spence has to do Earl Spence. Al Heyman need Earl Spence. Earl Spence don't need Al Heyman. Al Heyman is too controlling. He's trying to carry too many hats. If you're the advisor, why does it, if you're going to get paid anyway, why does the fight have to be on Showtime? Why can't the fight be overseas? Why can't he dip into the overseas money like Eddie Hearn?
Is the overseas money? Wait, I'm asking. Wait.
Competing
Is the overseas money? Wait. The guy.
You hear him? Then he says he don't want to fight, bro. What I tell y'all? I'm telling you, I'm 10 steps ahead of these dudes. What did I tell y'all? What I tell y'all? And I did the show yesterday in the afternoon. This is last night after I did my show. I told y'all they was gonna say that shit. Exactly what I said they was gonna say. It didn't even take fucking 24 hours to take place. I'm telling y'all, I know I'm 10 steps ahead of these Bud Crawford fans. I know what they gonna say before they say it. Mr. Mechanical says, who is that? I don't know who that was. It was just somebody on YSM Sports Media's panel. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the show and it was somebody on the panel and he said that shit. And I said, you know what? I gotta record this. I gotta record this because I told everybody this was coming. But once again, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up. For these dudes running around talking that's gonna say what he said, just like I said, just because Eddie Hearn has a relationship with the men over in Saudi Arabia doesn't mean that Al Heyman has a relationship with those people, right? Boxing and the business of boxing is about relationships. Just because such and such formed a relationship with these people don't mean I have. Don't mean Al Heyman has. So, and another thing is, why would you take Terence Crawford and Errol Spence to Saudi Arabia? Why would Al Heyman want to take that fight and take it away from the fans to take it to Saudi? He ain't gonna make no money off of that shit. Why would you want to do that shit? You see what I'm saying? Al Heyman, he has a relationship with Showtime. Showtime has a relationship with him. They had a relationship with Fox. He has his relationships that he's made with the people that he do business with. He don't do business with Saudi. He don't have a relationship with those people over there. Because we ain't seen him do no business with those people over there. So, like I said what they was going to say. And if y'all watch the show, I already broke down how this whole situation with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is going to play out. How I really think it's going to play out. I don't think the fight is going to happen between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I think that Terence Crawford don't want to fight. And the only way that he's going to take the fight is if that he has no other options. One, he has no other options, or two, they just present him so much money that he'll be a damn fool to turn it down. He'll be a damn fool to turn it down. Other than that, he don't really want to fight because he's moving like a person, like a fighter that don't want it. He talking about he sent over PBC a letter telling them this is what it's going to take for me to take this fight with Errol Spence. Bro, you already made all your demands. They already had accepted all your demands. Why are you sending them a letter? To me, what sounds like different demands you done came up with again. What is you talking about? Why are you sending them a letter? Why don't you just get with them and go sit down and talk to Al Heyman? If you really want the business, like I said, man, we're going to see him fight Alexis Rocha, and we're going to see Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman or whoever, you know, he decided to fight. But I think this is another reason why we haven't got an announcement with Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. This could be a reason, and it could be because Errol Spence know he's not going to fight until like late May or June. So they just haven't announced it yet. So it could be because of that also. But like I said, it could be because Errol Spence, he wants this fight so bad, so he wants to believe in Terence Crawford. He wants to believe that Terence Crawford actually does want to fight him. So he continues to wait around, and he continues to try to make this fight with Bud Crawford. Eventually, he's going to see, and he's going to have to come to the conclusion that Bud don't really want to fight. Bud don't want to fight like he do. It's a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? He keeps letting Terence Crawford, in his hopes and dreams of getting this Terence Crawford fight, he keep letting this shit slow hit. You know, I'm not going to say slow him down, but he keep letting it, you know, change his focus. He keep letting it take it off his focus. His focus should be on whoever he going to fight. If it's Keith Thurman, it should be Keith Thurman. If it's whoever it may be, but Terence Crawford shouldn't be it. Because they already got their play set up. Look, Bernard Hopkins, the way he was talking, he's talking like Bud already signed with them. The man said, you know, we can't go wrong now. We got Virgil Ortiz, we got Terence Bud Crawford. We can't go wrong. We got the best of both worlds. He's talking about, yeah, you know, Terence Crawford is going to be able to fight, you know, at the end of the day. It's going to be up to Terence Crawford's decision with us, who he wants to fight. He let it be known. And yeah, so it's going to be, so he's talking like that they ain't even put out the news yet, but Bud already basically agreed to go with them. So it's kind of like you negotiating with, you supposed to be on the phone negotiating with Errol Spence, but at the same time, you are either negotiating with Golden Boy Promotions or you with Golden Boy Promotions. Sound real familiar with me. And now we just heard that not too long ago, you had BLK Prime trying to basically steal Jaron Ennis from Showtime and get him to come over there. So you got your, bro, you everywhere. If you really wanted this Errol Spence fight, why are you everywhere else trying to make shit happen? If you really wanted an Errol Spence fight, you got one stop. Al Heyman office. You got one stop. You don't need what you doing over at Golden Boy and BLK Prime, and you everywhere. If you want an Errol Spence fight, why are you going everywhere else? It don't make no sense. If I won't smoke with Money Brown TV, why am I going to Knockout Boxing 86 TV looking for him? I'm going to KQKC Network on his channel looking for Money Brown. I'm going to Blue Blood Sports TV looking for Money Brown. I'm going to Mike Biggs Boxing looking for Money Brown. I'm going everywhere but to Money Brown TV channel looking for him if I won't smoke with him. And that's what you have with Bud Crawford. So, like I said, man, when he started moving different and he started really, and if he ever really showed me that he really, really, really do want this fight, then I will take him serious, and then we can talk about, okay, but all this shit, it ain't gonna happen. I don't believe it. Macados, Mac of the South. He says Crawford want to retire as an undefeated champion like Mayweather did. We see it clearly. Oh yeah, definitely. His ego is too big to lose a fight. And with that being said, he don't want to get in the fight to where he know he got a chance of losing the fight. So to him, if, like I continue to say, if y'all gonna give him the praise and tell him that he's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. If all these, boxers that's past boxers and present boxers gonna put him pound for pound number one and give him all the praises without him having to earn it, he like, fuck it. I don't need no Errol Spence fight. Y'all already crowning me. Why do I need to fight Errol Spence if y'all crowning me already? I'd rather just fight David I've been sneezes and Alexis Cockroacher and motherfucking Jeff Horns, and I'd rather continue to fight dudes like that. I know I can run through easy, get a bag, and then at the end of the day, say, well, I tried to fight Errol Spence. He didn't want to fight me. But you know what? I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. And he can hold on to that. He can hold on to that. He much rather people argue back and forth with each other, going about who you think would have won the fight. That's cool with him. Well, I think Errol Spence would have beat Bud Crawford ass. Well, I think Bud is better. Bud can do this and Bud can do that, and Bud would have won. He want people to argue back and forth. Errol Spence Errol Spence, on the other hand, he like, nah, I don't want to retire without this fight. I know I can beat this dude. I want to put this man in the dirt and shut everybody up that think that he better than me. All these fans that's trolling me every day, I want to shut them up. I want this fight bad. But you got two different people, two different mentalities. And their careers have gone in two different paths. You know what I'm saying? Look at Errol Spence has always shown, and he's always fought the best. Terence Crawford, he's done the opposite. And that's it. That's all, folks. That's it. That's all. Y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button. I appreciate everybody that tuned in today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that tuned in today. I tried to get some smoke for y'all. I tried to get my man, if he's still in the building, I try to get my man, to jump on, grab the link earlier. He did jump on, but he jumped on like too far into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't get no smoke today, but hey, tomorrow will be another day. Tomorrow will be another day and probably be another topic. You know how this shit go. But I appreciate all of y'all for coming through, watching the show, showing love. Another great show. Spit Boxing TV. What's happening with it? Another great show. We'll be back tomorrow. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And we gone, y'all. Salute to everybody.